Make America Great Again, regardless of what you think about it, it is genius in as much as it's a masterclass in weasel words. It's an incredibly clever marketing phrase because it means nothing and everything. Let's just start with America. What do you mean by America? Do you mean the American elite? Do you mean everybody? Does that include illegal immigrants? Does it mean America the corporation? Does it mean America the army? Does it mean America the idea? Does it mean America the GDP? What does that mean? It doesn't really mean anything, okay? So we're going to take this and we're going to make it. What does making involve? Does that, you know, you can make a house, you can make a cake, you can make a bed. Is it going to involve a lot of work? Who's going to do it? How will it be done? Will it be easy? Great. What does great actually mean? What does it look like? For who? Great militarily? Great economically? Great intellectually? Will it create things? Will it discover things? Will it be beneficial to itself or other? What does great mean? And again, well, that's genius because that's a lovely appeal to nostalgia there. It was incredibly clever. It's talking about this past, this indeterminable rose-tinted spectacles that never really existed. So when was America great? Was it great in the 50s? When, you know, there's no civil rights? Was it great in the 80s when you were committing genocide against South America? When was it great? And was it universally great? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in the 80s that weren't as happy as a lot of other people in the 80s in America.
Just before Kennedy got assassinated.
Yeah, that was it. It was perfect then, apparently. Unless, of course, you know, you were a minority or, you know, or it's any of the other things. But it's meaningless. Basically, the point is that you apply your own meaning to it, and two different people will get two completely different meanings. So in that sense, it has to be respected as being a very, very clever tactic. Now,
and you think Trump has got genealogy links to the global elite, do you?
Oh, totally. He's 19th cousins to the Clintons. Like, he's got an ancestry full of British royalty and aristocracy. Like, he's not a man of the people. I know he sold that I'm a man of the people, blah, blah, blah. He's connected to the Mafia via his business dealings. He's got an incredibly dodgy tax reputation. He's got an incredibly dodgy record on not paying working people, small contractors, and basically saying, sue me. Oh, can't afford to sue me? Well, tough, you don't get paid.
Yeah, that's the Duncan Bannatyne business model, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't get to be that wealthy by being nice, do you? Like, he's got an incredibly dodgy record on suing people who says things he doesn't like. He's a bad businessman, right? Okay, that's just a fact. He continuously lost money for investors. He was bailed out of bankruptcy by a Saudi prince, which completely goes against his rhetoric. He's pro-big oil. He's advocated censorship of the media. He's advocated censorship of the internet. His foundation has continuously been accused of corruption, theft, money laundering. He's pro-civilian death in conflict. He's pro-military. He's pro-torture. He borrowed $160 million from George Soros, right, okay? That name is usually enough for people who are on that particular affiliation to go, ah, George Soros. They were co-defendants on the same lawsuit, him and they're friends. They certainly were business partners. Like, he's got an ally in Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch was sticking up for Trump recently. If alarm bells aren't going off, then for Christ's sake, like, he made overtures to 9/11 Truth, basically, because he was courting that InfoWars crowd and stuff like that. And then basically makes kissy faces at Rudy Giuliani and decides that we're going to send 20,000 troops into Afghanistan because that's the cause of 9/11. Well, he's either lying or he was lying before. So, you know, you just don't trust him.
I received emails, I think, I'm not sure if it was just before or just after Trump was elected, essentially begging me to support Trump because he was wanting to investigate 9/11.
Could that be because Robert Mercer set up an entire node of alternative media telling you that that was the case?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was. Also, he's got incredibly close links to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Like, you know Virginia Roberts, the 15-year-old masseuse that was hired by Jeffrey Epstein and used as a prostitute for his friends and was photographed with Prince Andrew, you know, after being courted by Ghislaine Maxwell. Which I believe we talked about before. They met at Trump's Mar-a-Lago golf course where she was working as a coat attendant. He's been friends with Ghislaine Maxwell since the late 1990s. In 2002, Donald Trump said this about Jeffrey Epstein in New York Magazine. "I've known Jeffrey for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." This is a convicted paedophile. "No doubt about it, Jeffrey enjoys his social life."
Sorry, Jeffrey Epstein is a convicted paedophile.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein is a convicted paedophile.
Yeah, certainly with Trump's business dealings and his tax affairs, there's enough there if people wanted to, or if the right people wanted to get rid of him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not to mention possible other stuff that you've just mentioned.
Yeah, well, I mean, he certainly was subpoenaed during Jeffrey Epstein's 2009 child sex case.
Right.
And Trump basically negotiated with lawyers to give a private deposition to avoid court. Now, this was off the back of the fact that basically it was shown that Trump was making calls from his private home line to the Palm Beach and Malibu properties of Jeffrey Epstein, where dignitaries were filmed with underage children, and that he visited. I mean, I know a lot of people make a lot of thing about Bill Clinton being on the Lolita Express, and I'm absolutely sure that is an accurate portrayal. But Trump was going to the same places with the same people at the same time doing the same things.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So,
do you think that's currently being used to blackmail him to now, or it's something that
I don't
might
know.
be?
All I'm saying
in other words,
is
is it just these money people who are behind him, or are there more CIA or what?
I don't know, but all I'm saying is that's indicative that he's not the man of the people, for the people that he's portrayed, that he's actually far closer. I think a lot of these rivalries are actually, nonsensical. As I said before, he still talks to the New York Times. He still sent Anthony Scaramucci to go and speak to CNN, despite proclaiming them fake news and stuff like that. The CIA is a vested interest in the media, as we know. Like, I just think they're all mates.
I do like it when he points at the BBC journalist at the press conference and just says, "You're fake news," and he goes to someone else. Well, I do like that.
Well, yeah, it's a very entertaining tactic.
Yeah.
And you could see, he's quite a charismatic person. He's a TV star. He's Ronald Reagan plus, isn't he? He's Ronald Reagan that can actually sometimes string a sentence together. Doesn't always make sense, but all the words are there. Like, and yeah, this is. But I would say I'm of the opinion that basically he's just an arrogant person, and that these other people are using him as a tool. I don't think he's a nice person. I think he's a despicable person, and I don't think that he's an honest person or a good person or anything that you would go, yeah, I'm going to give you a tick in this box. But I think that it's actually the people behind him that are the sort of the driving influence.